Well, very happy morning, dear students. Welcome back to the today's session. And this session, we are going to continue the remaining topics of the chapter 5, that is basis of central tendency. Okay, in the previous class, we have started discussion of quartiles. I hope all of you understood that quartiles is nothing but it's a measure which divides the values into four equal parts, which divides the values into four equal parts is nothing but quartile. And we have discussed how to find out Q1, Q2 and Q3 by using some particular formulas. I hope you understood. And next we are going to move with one more important topic, that is percentile. Okay, we are very simple. They will ask for 1 mark or 2 marks. What do you mean by percentile? Here, percentile is nothing but it's going to divide the total values or observations into 100 equal parts. That can be called as percentile. The word is indicating. Okay, percentile means it's going to be divides the total observations into 100 equal parts. That can be called as percentile. Take the meaning now. Percentile divides the distribution into 100 equal parts. This is what percentile. Keep in your mind, the percentile is also the measure which divides the distribution or the data into 100 equal parts like P1, P2, P3, P4 until the P99. Okay, likewise it will be going to divide the total observation or data into 100 equal parts. That will be called as a percentile. It is important for 1 mark or 2 marks they will be asked for the examination point of view. And next, most important topic of the chapter is nothing but mode. We already know that the mainly three measures we use for the measuring central tendency. In that we have completed the discussion of arithmetic mean, median, and the third most important statistic tool to find out the central tendency, that is mode. Now we will discuss what is mode, how to calculate the mode for the individual series and discrete series and for the continuous series. Got it? Here, mode is nothing but, very simple, mode is nothing but it's a value which appears more frequently than the other in the data. Mode is the most frequently appeared value in the data. Keep in your mind, most frequently appeared value in the data is called as mode, or else mode is the highest frequency or highest value compared to its neighbors. Its neighbors means preceding value and succeeding value. Compared to preceding value and succeeding value, which is the highest frequency, that will be called as mode. Got it? Mode is the highest value which appears more frequently than the other numbers. Take the meaning now. Value of the data which which appears more frequently than other other value is called as mode. Mode is the value of the data which appears more frequently than the other value. Is called as mode. Or else take one more meaning. In other words, mode is the most frequently observed data value. Observed data value is called as mode. Got it now? Mode is the value of the data which appears means which repeats more number of times than compared to the other values. Mode is the value which appears more number of times compared to the other values is called as a mode. Got it? Then or else we can tell mode is the most frequently observed data value. Mode is the most frequently observed data value. Got it? They will ask for 1 mark or 2 mark, and mode will be denoted through X hat. Mode will be denoted through X hat. You understood, right? Arithmetic mean will be denoted by X bar, median will be denoted by X lambda, and mode will be denoted by X hat. Got it? And I hope you understood the meaning. Mode means which value will be repeating again and again, or appearing again and again compared to the other values, or which have highest density, or the frequency which have highest density compared to other values, that can be called as mode. Understood, right? Then we'll start discussion of the calculation of mode when the data is in ungrouped form. It means when the data is in individual series. Calculation of mode for ungrouped data. Got it? And take one example question now. Example question. Question number 1. Compute in the sense nothing but calculate, okay, or find out. Compute mode for the following data. Now take a data 10, 20, 30, 20, 10, 40, 30, 20, 40 and 20. This is what the data they have given, and you have know about the mode. Mode means most frequently appeared data in the appeared value in the data is called as mode. Here in which in this data which value is more frequently is going to be appearing. By seeing only we can guess that. Okay, 20 20 is appearing compared to other values, it's appearing more number of times. See, 1, 2, 3, 4 times. The value 20 is going to be appearing, right? Then mode is the 20, but we can go through a proper calculation. How to find out means take observations now, give it as x. First observation is 10. Here, take a tally marking. Make a tally marking. 10, how many times it's appeared in the data? 1 time. 20. How many times it's appeared? 20, 30, 40. Okay, here 20 is appeared on 30 is appeared 1 time. Again 20 is appeared second time. 10 is going to appear in second time. 40 is going to be appeared and 30. Next 20. Next 40 and 20. See, by making a tally bar, we can easily guess which value is going to be appearing more number of times. Yes, see, the 10 is appeared 2 times. Yes, then 20 is going to be appeared 4 times in the data. In the same way, 30 is appeared 2 times in the data and 40 appeared in 2 times in the data. Then which is more frequently appearing data in this? More frequently appearing value in this data is 20, right? Then mode is 20. You got the answer? I'll take simple formula to find out mode is x at is equal to size of highest frequency is called as mode. Got it? Size of highest frequency will be called as a mode. Which is the size of highest frequency? Frequency means how many times the number of values appear. See, frequency 10 is appeared 2 times and 20 is appeared 4 times, 30 appeared 2 times, 40 is appeared 2 times. Which is the highest frequency then? 4. Then the highest frequency corresponding value is 20. Then 20 will be the mode. Or simply we can say that the most appeared value will be the mode. Got it now? Then we will discuss one more question relating to our individual observation. I hope you understood this. Take second example question now. 1. Same find out mode for the following. Take down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Easily we can say in this data which values appeared more number of times compared to other values? 4. The value 4 is appeared 2 times compared to other values in the data, right? Then mode is 4. Or else we can go to the in proper order, that is observations. The first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tallies. 1 is appeared 1 time, 2 is appeared 1 time, 3 is appeared 1 time, 4 1 time, again 4 2 times, then 5 1 time. Then which appeared more number of times compared to others? 4. Then mode is 4. Got it? This is how to find out or to calculate mode when the data is in individual series. these are ungrouped data. Now we will move to discussion of calculation of mode when the data is in grouped form, especially in the discrete series. Calculation of mode for the discrete series. Okay. In discrete series, we will be having two columns. One is observation and other one is frequencies. Here we no need to make a tally marking. They will be given frequencies by making a tallies, right? Then take down question number example. Question number 1. Compute the mode for the following data. Here data is variables, next frequency. Variables are 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. Frequency 2, 8, 20, 10 and 5. This is what the data they have given. For this data, now we need to find out or compute the mode value or mode of this particular data. Now they have given in landscape, we should be convert this into a vertical lines. For the variables we will give as a x and for the frequencies we will give it as a f. Ten, 20, 30, 40 and 50. Values are 2, 8, 20, 10, 5. This is what the data. Then formula to find out the mode is mode is equal to size of highest frequency. Size of highest frequency. Here, which is the size of highest frequency here? The size of highest frequency in this is 20. Then highest frequency's corresponding value will be considered as a mode. Highest frequency's corresponding value will be considered as a mode. Keeping in mind, then x and it means mode is equal to size of 20 will be the mode. The size of 20's value is corresponding value is 30. Then mode is 30. Got it? It's very simple to calculate mode. Only the formula is size of highest frequency or size of highest frequency where it appears, that corresponding value will be called as a mode. Then we will solve one more question for this type of data. Take example question 1, 2. Same question. Take example question 2, but the data will be going to change. The data is x, f, 70, 71, 72, 73 and 74. Here frequencies are 18, 11, 22, 14, 75, 14, 13 and 12. This is what the data that I have given. For this data, now we need to to find out mode. Again, the formula is mode is equal to size of highest frequency. Then here, which is the size of highest frequency? Here, compared to other neighborhood preceding and succeeding values, that 22 is the highest frequency, right? Then the value 22's corresponding value will become a mode. The corresponding value of this 22 will become a mode, right? Then size of 22 will be the mode. Then mode will be 72. Got it? Mode means size of highest frequency. Which is the size of highest frequency? 22. Where this size used to appear? 72. 72 is going to appear 22 times, means most frequent number in the observation is 22. 70 is appeared 18 times. 71 is appeared 11 times. 72 appeared 22 times. 73 appeared 14 times. This is 13 times and 12 times. Then most frequently appeared data in the observation is, appeared value in the observation is 72. How many times it is appeared? 22 times. That's what highest frequency, the size of highest frequency will be the mode. Got it? Because 72 appeared 22 times. That's what frequency we call, right? That's why where this size of frequency will be having highest, then that corresponding value will become a mode. I hope you understood how to calculate mode for the discrete series. Now we'll move how to calculate the mode for the continuous series data. Continuous series. Calculation of mode for the continuous series. Here you need to understand two formulas. The formula 1 is to find out, because in a continuous series the data will be having class intervals, right? Because here in a continuous series we will be having class intervals, right? Like 0 to 10, 10 to 20, there will be a class intervals. In between this class intervals, what is exact mode? We need to find out the mode. We will be having separate formula, and to find out the mode class, we will be having the formula. To find out the model class or mode class, formula is same. The size of highest frequency. Size of highest frequency will be called it as a mode class. To find out the mode class, formula is size of highest frequency. After find outing the mode class, like median, okay, there we will be having formula to find out the mode, that is L plus D1 divided by D1 plus D2 into I. Got it? X hat means mode equals to L plus D1 divided by D1 plus D2 into I. Here, in this formula, L refers to lower limit. L refers to lower limit of the model class. Model class or mode class. Then D1 is nothing but frequency of the mode class. Difference between frequency of the mode class and frequency of the preceding class. Difference between frequency of the mode class and frequency of the preceding class. Difference between between, take down properly, between the model class and frequency of a class preceding to model class. It means the frequency of mod class will be subtracting from the frequency of the class preceding to the mod class. It means a previous frequency will be subtracting with frequency of the mod class. This we can indicate simply in a formula f naught minus f1. f0 means frequency of the mod class, f1 means frequency of the preceding to a mod class. Frequency of preceding to the mod class. f1 means frequency preceding to the mod class, f0 means frequency of the mod class. That's why simply d1 is equal to f0 minus f1. Got it? Next, d2. You need to understand what is d2. Same way, okay, difference between frequency of mod class and frequency succeeding to the mod class. Frequency of the class succeeding. Succeeding means after the mod class, next class frequency. Succeeding frequency means after the mod class, what next class will be there? That next class frequency we will be subtract with the mod class frequency. That's what take down difference between frequency of mod class and frequency succeeding means next class after that. Okay, succeeding frequency of succeeding to model class. Then simply we can say d2 is equal to f0 minus f2. f0 minus f2. Here f0 means frequency of the mod class, f2 means frequency next to the mod class. Frequency next to the mod class. Our frequency succeeding to the mod class will be denoted through f2. Frequency of the mod class will be denoted through f0, and frequency preceding to the mod class will be denoted through f1. Keep in your mind, f0 means, okay, frequency of mod class, frequency of model class. Here f1 means frequency preceding to mod class. Next, f2 means frequency succeeding to the model class. Got it right? Then this is how to find out d1. d1 means difference between frequency of mod class and frequency preceding to the mod class. d2 means frequency of the mode class and difference between frequency of the mode class and frequency of the succeeding to a mode class. Got it right? After that, height denotes size of class interval. Class interval of the mode class. This is what? This formula. Okay? L means lower limit of the mode class. B1 means difference between F0 and F1. B1 will be same applies, and B2 means difference between F0 and F2. That is called B2. Got it right? Then we'll discuss one problem. Then you will clearly understand how to find out mode by using these two particular formulas. I hope you understood. I am going to rub this. Take down the problem. Example question. Calculate mode from the data given below. Okay, now take a data x and f. X is 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, and 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60, 60 to 70, 60 to 70. Here F 4, 12, 42, 61, 47, 21 and 12. This is what the data they have given. By using this data, we need to calculate the mode of this data. Then in this, what is the first formula to find out the mode class is size of highest frequency will be the mode class. See now the frequencies. Which is the highest frequency in this data? The data 61 will be the size of highest frequency. Size of highest frequency is 61. Then where is 61 appears? In this, right? Then mode class will be 30 to 40. Then mode class is 30 to 40. Now we need to give particular numbers to these frequencies. Mode class frequency we will be denoted through F0. Got it? Mode class frequency will be denoted through F0, and mode frequency preceding to the mode class will be denoted through F1. Frequency preceding, previous to the mode class will be denoted through F1. Next, frequency succeeding to the mode class will be denoted through F2. But first you need to make it short. F0 means frequency of a mode class. F1 means frequency preceding to a mode class. F2 means frequency succeeding to the mode class. Got it? After finding this, you need to find out difference between frequency of a mode class and preceding to a mode class to get D1. Now D1 formula, take down D1 formula is F0 minus F1. What is the F0 now? 61 minus F1 is 42. Then 61 minus 42 how much? Calculate soon. D1 as a 19, right? Then D2 is equal to, formula is F0, very simple formula. D2 means F0 minus F2. F2 is common in the two formulas, but we'll add F1 to the D1, F2 to the D2. Got it? And your F2 is 61 and F0 is 61, F2 is 47. 61 minus 47, we will get D2. 61 minus 47, I hope you get, okay, 14, right? 61 minus 47, you will get 14, right? Then now D1 is 19, D2 is 14. Now we'll apply to the formula. Firstly, we should give mode class frequency as a F0, preceding frequency as a F1, succeeding frequency as a F2. Then find out difference between F2 and F1, you will get D1 value. Find out difference between F0 and F2, you will get D2 value. Then apply it to the formula. X lambda is equal to L. L means lower limit. What is the lower limit of this class? 30. Then what is the D1 value? The D1 value is 19. Sorry, 19 we obtained. Now D1 again 19 plus D2 value is 14 into I means size of class interval. What is the size of class interval? Formula is upper class limit minus lower class limit. 40 minus 30, 10. Now simplify this. 30 plus 19 divided by 19 plus 14. How much you will get? 33 into 10. Now x hat is equal to 30 plus 19 divided by 33. If you do, you will get 0.57. Yes, calculate now. 19 divided by 33, you will get 0.57 into 10. X hat is equal to 30 plus 0.57 into 10. If you do, you will get 5.7. By adding this, you will get 35.7 as the answer. Right? 35.7. The mode is 35.7. Understood, right? This is how to calculate the mode. Keep in your mind, L means lower limit, D1 means difference between F0 and F1. D2 means difference between F0 minus F2. And how to find out F0, F1, F2 means the highest frequency will be called it as a mode class frequency. Highest frequency will become mode class frequency. For that you will give as a F0 and previous frequency will give as a F1 and succeeding to the mode class frequency will give we give it as a F2. This is how to calculate the mode when the data is in continuous form. I hope you understood and it's easy one to calculate. Then we'll meet with one more question in the next session or in the next class. Thank you everyone. We'll meet in the next session.